Hello, beautiful, centered in the city community. Welcome to your meditation on receiving joy. This is going to be a two-part exploration. We're going to practice receiving joy from a mindful moment perspective, and then we're going to also practice receiving joy in a more formal meditation practice. And so receiving joy is so important because sometimes we can experience joy on the surface, on a superficial level, right? We can say, "Oh, that was fun," or "That was beautiful," or "That was nice," but we don't really let it seep into our nervous systems, into our bodies, into our hearts, into our minds. And that could be for various reasons. Maybe conditioning, cultural conditioning, maybe some beliefs from childhood. Maybe you believe that if you receive joy, that it wasn't safe, that next moment something scary might happen. Or, maybe you're told that you're just supposed to be giving it away, that you don't deserve it, right? You're not worthy. So we have all these different stories sometimes that really prevent us from receiving the good. And so today we're going to practice using some work influenced by psychologist Rick Hanson, who talks about receiving the good. And it's this practice that we can do in a mindful moment. So, for instance, you're sitting down to lunch and you can pause and really just take 20, 30 seconds to receive the good of that meal, of that sandwich, of that salad, soup, whatever it is. Right? You have a beautiful interaction with a coworker. Instead of jumping to that next email, can you pause and receive that goodness before moving on to the next thing? Right? You see something really sweet on your walk, whether it's like birds in the trees or kids playing in the park, and you just pause and allow your body, your eyes, your nervous system to just fully receive that good. You have a yummy snuggle from a pet, right? Like take that in. So that's how we can practice it in our little micro mindful moments throughout our day. And then we'll take this practice into a more formal practice by finding a comfortable posture, sitting, lying, standing, wherever you feel you can be in this moment. Eyes open, closed. And bringing your attention to just arriving in this moment, feeling connected to your seat, to the ground beneath you. Gently just noticing sounds in your space. And see if you can bring the attention to your upper lip, right below your nostrils, and just sense the temperature of your breath here. If that doesn't feel accessible to you in this moment, maybe just noticing the rising and falling of your chest, your abdomen with your breath. And bringing to mind a joyful moment that you've experienced recently. Could be something on really a micro level, like, damn, I had a really good cup of coffee this morning. It brought me so much joy. Or maybe you notice a really beautiful memory or interaction with a friend recently. conversation you had. Maybe it was snuggling with your pet on the couch, or watching a funny movie, or catching the light going through the trees. It kind of gave you that awe, that joy, that wonder. So just trusting whatever memory moment comes to your mind and your heart in this moment. And as you rest into this experience, bring your attention to how this memory shows up in your physical body. What sensations become present, even if they're really subtle? Maybe there's a warming sensation or a feeling. And certain textures like sparkly or smooth or velvety. And just getting curious and notice where in your body you feel these sensations. And however little or intense these sensations feel, inviting them to really just rest into your body. Kind of imagine the body being like a sponge, just soaking up all of the goodness. Letting this goodness nourish your cells, enter your bloodstream, rest into your nervous system, travel into the brain. Just reminding the heart, the mind, the body what this joy and pleasant goodness feels like. And we don't have to grip to it, we don't have to cling to it, but just know that it's always available. We can come back to these sweet memories we have. We can take these moments, these mindful moments, to pause and just receive them in the actual moment. And just a reminder that you don't need to force, you don't need to push. It just gets to be a gentle invitation to receive, to soak it in. If your mind wanders, see if you can bring it back to this memory, resting back onto the sensations. And when you're feeling complete, you can feel your feet on the ground, connecting to sounds in your space, feeling your breath. And if you'd like to stay in this practice, please do listen to what your body and heart and mind need. And if you're ready to transition, if you close your eyes, gently opening your eyes and coming back to this moment together. And just checking in like, what might feel different, the same. For me, there's just this deeper sense of like, wow, like I was really able to just sense, touch, really connect to that joy, that goodness, that pleasantness a little bit deeper. I like to think of this as if we were thirsty, right? And we just had a sip of water and we only kept the water in our mouth. It's not going to really hydrate our body. It's going to maybe satiate our tongue and our mouth. And so we need to swallow, we need to really ingest that water to fully hydrate ourselves, fully hydrate our body. And that's the same with joy, right? When we just experience it from a superficial level, like water in our mouth, we don't necessarily allow our whole systems to enjoy it. And this can be such a powerful practice to do around the holidays, around celebrations, birthdays, any time that you're also just needing to feel a little bit more resourced, have a little bit more energy to do the things you want to do. We can come back to this practice of receiving joy and really allow it to nourish us. So thanks for your practice. Let me know how it resonates for you in the comments below. And until next time, stay centered.